Hi, hello, my name is Kenya. Welcome to my channel. I am a 24-year-old person who loves art, loves doing art, loves consuming art, and this is Draw and Talk with Me, a video style that I enjoy doing where I talk about art while drawing art. This is a continuation of the previous video that I have, introducing the new year and talking about some of my hopes and wishes regarding my art journey for the new year. If you haven't watched that, it's not really essential to this video, but there's a lot more completed thoughts and everything over there that may give context to what I'm talking about here. So you can watch that if you want. So just quick context to what I'm drawing here. I have a full page of Monokuma drawings, specifically Monokuma bots or robots from the game Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to say that on the first try, but guess not. This one in particular that I'm drawing is Junk Monokuma. Is the really beat up mangle style bot that attacks the girls in the game. This is one of 4 drawings that I have on this page. The other one that I drew in the previous video is Ball Monokuma, so if you want to see me draw that, he's in that video. So in the last video, I was talking about some of my hopes for the new year regarding my art journey, as I said. So I want to kind of continue that and kind of like answer some of my own questions that kind of come up whenever I think about my own art. The first thing I kind of thought of is whether or not I'm going to be trying to lean more into traditional art or digital art. The easy answer, of course, is just leaning more into traditional. I kind of touched on this a bit in the last video, regarding like my relationship with digital art. At least I think I did. I'm sorry if I didn't. But yeah, traditional is where my heart is because I like the physical feeling of drawing on pages with markers and other utensils. But I don't know, doing these Monokuma drawings, it may be, like I said, because of the brush that I found and started using for these. Something about them was very satisfying, very fulfilling. Even though it's not my original design, my original idea of a character, something did feel very creative about doing these. Like, I learned a lot about my drawing style, my digital drawing style. And I don't know, I can see myself doing more drawings like this in the future. I don't know how much I will do as far as creating like original characters or original concepts. I would like to, but I don't know if I will be anytime soon. So that's my stance on that, at least for right now. I wonder if it'll change in the next few months to a year. Next, I wanted to get into some things as far as like drawing styles. I have talked about this in one of my earlier videos, talking about like why I don't use pencil. But I want to kind of get into it more here because I noticed that I kind of take the same pursuit regarding digital art, and that's not really committing to using line art. This isn't really a new concept, I know, but I think it's funny how like I avoid doing definite line art like the plague. It's almost hilarious at this point. So the reason I don't use line art in the first place, I wish it was for a better reason other than just, you know, I don't really think I need it. I know my art is like super messy and like there are probably some people out there saying like this could use some line art to make it better. I just personally don't gravitate towards making really definite line work. The way I see it being used mostly is to kind of give yourself a guideline for coloring, filling everything in. I feel like the rough, sketchy lines and line work really does that job just fine to me. As far as like how I perceive what I'm drawing or what I'm doing, I don't think I need definite line work. Honestly, in the past, I found a lot of frustration in doing stuff like line work and line art during my whole journey of like stopping the use of pencils and everything. I guess I kind of just naturally leaned away from making, sorry, I was cracking my fingers. I've naturally leaned away from using some sort of like outline or a rough sketch and then trying to define that and then having that be, I don't know, be the process. I just rather color on top of it, just like this. I don't know. I like how you can see the process in the drawing itself. I feel like that's kind of cool. It gives the drawing some sort of character, you know, more or less. I just never vibed with it. And I'm also curious to see if my stance on that changes in the near future, because there are some utensils that I'm not used to using that I do want to at least try in the near future. I'm only being so vague about it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to make a whole video about it, so I don't want to spoil like what it is. It's not a new concept, it's not a new utensil, it's just something that I personally haven't used much in my lifetime. And on that topic, that brings me into my next question that I asked myself is whether or not I render. And bear with me, I'm going to be very upfront and vulnerable with you guys, whoever is listening. But to be honest, I really have no idea what rendering even is. Like, when I first heard of rendering, of course it was through like speed paints, speed drawings and stuff. And I'm just asking myself, I'm like, is that not just shading? I could be very, very wrong. It's like, at first I really thought that it was maybe just like a digital art thing, and being as, you know, not practiced in the digital art realm as I was at the time, I'm just like, maybe that's just a whole technique or something that I just don't understand. But then when it comes to traditional drawings, I would see people refer to the whole like shading, coloring process, the refining process of a drawing as rendering. So correct me if I'm wrong, but is that all that rendering is? Just shading and coloring and kind of refining a drawing? I don't know, man. I'm gonna just say it here. I don't think you'll ever hear the words render or rendering come out of my mouth in any other art video that I have other than this one, where I'm asking about what in the world it is. I mean, I'm not mad at it or anything. It's just I really have no idea what it is. So since there's only 30 seconds left on this timer that I set, I feel like this will be a good time to ask myself this question. Will I be using timers more in the future? I think I might, to be honest, at least for recording videos. I feel like it's a good tool to use. I feel like it's a good way of keeping me inside the lines, funny enough, regarding time. A funny thing about me and the way I work, not saying I do well under pressure, but I'm good at kind of controlling like how I work on stuff, and like, you know, the pace that I keep with stuff that I work on. If there's a deadline, you know, like that whole like crucial timing type of concept. So I figured since I used the timer in the last drawing, it would be interesting to see how much I can get done in a similar amount of time in this drawing. And so that was how much I got done in about, I think that was 20 minutes, which I think is actually pretty good. I mean, this is really the only way I am able to really gauge how much I can get done in a certain amount of time. Like I said, I'm not that well versed when it comes to digital drawing or whatever. It's fun. I like to do it recreationally, but this isn't like my job or anything, so I never really thought to keep track of how much time it takes me to draw, especially not like super duper complicated things, because I'm a really go with the flow kind of person when it comes to drawing. So I'm just like, if this was something I had to get done in like a time crunch, which it kind of was because I really wanted to get a video out, like how much time, or well, how much could I get done in that amount of time? So I feel like I did pretty good, even though the palette is very limited. There's only like 4 colors going on here. Barely. There's black, like off black, off white, blue, and red, which is really my bread and butter. I love limited palettes, but I don't think it's bad as far as time goes. So I think I might do it in the future, especially for recording videos, because my camera isn't the best when it comes to recording time. I think its limit is maybe like 30 minutes. I'm not sure. So it will be cool to keep myself on track when recording videos like this, because I think I'm going to do more digital drawings in the future. And speaking of digital drawings, I wanted to ask myself if I will do more fan art in the future. Short answer, yes, because me and what I like to draw, it's kind of unavoidable. I always doodle my favorite idols and artists, and I actually do have some plans to start drawing some of my favorite mascot horror characters, like Huggy Wuggy and like some of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared characters. I've always wanted to kind of draw those and see if I can like stylize them in a way. But as far as like big drawings, like big digital drawings, I'm not sure. Maybe like unserious ones. Maybe like collage pages like this one. But as far as like big boy drawings, I don't know about that. Sorry to disappoint if anybody was looking forward to that from me. I love how I'm saying that like people actually know my art. But yes, anyways, last question that I wanted to ask myself, which you guys may or may not have been wondering, but why Junkbot? And that's because honestly, I think he has a very interesting character design. In a weird, grotesque way, I think he's cute. I don't know. It's just funny seeing this thing kind of like crawl around and just be it. I don't know. I think it has a very interesting design. I know I keep saying that, but like, I don't know. You don't really see many deformed, beat up robots of a murderous bear persona. So I just think it's cool. So as I'm adding these final touches, I want to say thank you for watching. You can view this on my Instagram at Kenya Inc. And I'll be posting a mini speed drawing of this soon on my TikTok. So be sure to look at that there. Anyways, see ya. Have a great day. Bye.